students, welcome back to class. I'm so glad that you are here. I hope that you are well, that you are getting rest, and that you're eating healthy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, that you're putting them in your shopping cart. Because you know, peace begins on your plate. So you must open up your heart. I'm sure that all of you guys are doing that, right? Good. All right, so also make sure you drink water and brush and floss your teeth after each meal. So let's look here at what we have. We have a presentation by Curtis Price. And that vegan teacher, who is me, I'm Miss Katie, has a list this high, all the way to the sky of presentations that I have to go over that were submitted. I'm finally getting around to it. Have a little bit more spare time now that I'm not doing as many videos on TikTok. So let's have a look at what this Curtis Price, what his submission is all about. Oh, I see he's looking at, this is that vegan, that she's actually vegan, but she calls herself that meat teacher, Miss Tofu. And she is me, pretending to be this character who's like a hippie. And she's very healthy, and she doesn't smoke cigarettes. Instead, she pretends to smoke carrots. It says here, only put healthy things in your body, no smoke. Pretending to smoke carrots is okay though. So let's see what Curtis is going to say about this.
You know, I used to think that too, before I became high on life.
So, today everyone, I guess we're making a video on a 50-year-old woman with dementia.
56.
Great.
Now let's get high on life.
Alright, how's it going? And welcome back to...
I'm going to be putting an X every time he says something that's untrue on my paper here. So I just got an X for that because he got my birthday wrong.
The Curtis Price channel. In today's video, we will be talking about another middle-aged bully. An influencer who stalks other YouTubers that's old enough to be my great-grandmother. No. And that woman is known as That Vegan Teacher.
That's
a 56-year-old woman is on famous birthdays before...
Oh, he says 56 now. It's odd, he got it wrong. And he's upset because I made it to famous birthdays before he did. The goal here is not fame, Curtis.
Me.
Ooh, that should be your attitude for people who are hurting animals, not for people who are defending them. That's weird. That gets another X.
Well, for starters, let me show you exactly why I decided to make a video on her today.
You are pretty on the outside, and literally on the inside of you are the dead bodies of animals.
Oh, this was from when I made a video about somebody over there on TikTok whose name is, what's her name? Literally Violet or something like that. Literally something. And I said that she was literally pretty because she was saying, I'm so pretty. And I said, yes, but on the inside you're ugly because you are deliberately eating the dead bodies of animals and paying people to hurt chickens. So I called her out on that, and she really didn't like that.
It was just a dream. I really thought for a second that she was going to explode my insides. Unlucky for me.
I was going to explode your insides. Well, that, Curtis, is your conscience talking, obviously. You know, if you wake up or you think about me and you feel bad, it's because you know that it's wrong to hurt animals for no reason, Curtis. So this is good. You're going to start to get it, you know. It takes 100 clicks until you're vegan. It has to hit your head. It has to hit your heart. You have to understand it and you have to feel it. So maybe this is starting to get to you. Oh, that's normal too. Distorting the image of the person who is sending the message helps you to feel better, to turn me into some sort of a monster, when you know that the monster is really residing inside of you, yourself. It's not okay to pay people to hurt animals. Pigs are executed in gas chambers, Curtis. Every time that you eat bacon, sausages, or ham, that's what you're doing. That's not okay. They never did a single thing wrong to hurt you.
Yes, that did happen and was totally not fictional or scripted. But that vegan teacher, as you can see, is a very dedicated woman to being vegan.
Yes, thank you. Good. You get a check mark for that. I am dedicated to being vegan. And what vegan means is being kind to animals. Just replace the word vegan to being kind to animals, okay? So that's what I am. I am very dedicated to that, to protecting them, because they've never done a single thing wrong to us. We should not be raping them into existence. We should be treating them well.
So much that she loves to attack anyone who isn't.
Your friend died trying to be vegan? Oh, this is when I was pretending, going along with a skit, because hundreds and hundreds of people were saying, oh, my friend died because they followed your advice, which is total bullshit, because I've never advised anyone to do anything except eat healthy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, and to follow the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which tells us that we should be doing that, and that a vegan diet is healthful for every stage of development. Everyone from newborn babies, who should drink their mother's breast milk, which is vegan because it belongs to them, it's not stealing, and toddlers and children and pregnant mothers and lactating mothers, adults, older people, everyone can be vegan and should strive to be vegan, because that way you're not paying to hurt animals. And so this was me reacting and saying, oh, your friend died because of me? And everybody knew that this was a joke. It says, never listen to any teachers. But Curtis, what are you doing? Come on.
Oh, I feel terrible. Oh my God, what did he eat? What did he eat that killed him? Was it a banana? A carrot?
And according to her,
there you go, distorting my image again. That's what you do when you know that I'm right.
slavery is the same as eating meat.
For fun, I went to your... Okay, so slavery is the same as eating meat. That is what I am saying, Curtis. Let's be clear. Is that I am saying that regardless of your race, your gender, your color, your religion, whatever, you can strive to be vegan. And if you are oppressed, if you are a member of a dark-skinned community and you find that you are oppressed, you feel oppressed, then your job is to not oppress others, because you know what that feels like. If you're a member of the LGBTQ community and you know what it's like to be oppressed, then hello, wake up and don't oppress others. Don't step on the neck of an animal and snuff the life out of that animal while yelling, "I'm so oppressed." Got it? That's my message. And I don't care who I talk to, because I will talk to anybody. And here I'm talking to somebody who has dark skin, and I'm explaining that it's not okay for anyone with dark skin to abuse animals unnecessarily. The only time that you should ever be hurting an animal is in self-defense, or if you absolutely have no other choice, such as people in the way north who have no crops. You understand? It's pretty simple. Curtis, you have absolutely no right to hurt animals at all.
Your profile and noticed that you have dark skin. Maybe you call yourself black.
Oh, does this bother you that I pointed that out, Curtis? How about you explain why? I hope you will, instead of just doing, "Oh no, she called somebody out. Oh no."
What?
Do you know what I did
listen.
when George Floyd died? I bawled my eyes out.
I absolutely did. It was horrifying to watch somebody's life being snuffed out of them. I wrote an entire song about George Floyd and about everyone else on this planet who is murdered and who is exploited. Everyone from circumcised babies to indigenous women, all of it. Have a listen to my song. You'll see what it's about. It's about love. It's about compassion. It's about empathy. Do you have empathy, Curtis?
I cried like crazy. Do you know how many Black Lives Matter protests I've been to? Do you know how your ancestors were treated? Enslaved and murdered? Do you not know what they do to the animals right now in the industry?
So, yes, that's what I am doing. I am saying that what happens in the industry right now is a holocaust. It is despicable what we do to the animals, crowding them into these tight spaces. Do you know that they take baby pigs and they rip out their testicles without any anesthetic? They cut their tails. They pull out their teeth. It's absolute torture what we do. Are you okay with that, Curtis? Do you know what they used to do to the slaves? They would enslave them. They would force them to do things against their will. They would touch them inappropriately. All of that was wrong. And if anybody comes from a family who told them those stories, and if you as a dark-skinned first person feel that you are oppressed, then what is the natural thing to do? If you don't want people to oppress you, don't oppress others. It's pretty simple.
Comparing the years and years of suffering for black people.
The years and years of suffering of animals by the trillions that continues at this very moment, Curtis. Right now, there are animals alive that you are paying that will be murdered because you are paying into these industries. They will be murdered and end up on your plate and in your burgers. Who is the hypocrite here?
People to animals. Oink oink, motherfucker. They're animal.
Motherfucker? You want to fuck someone's mother? That's fucked. That's fucked up.
Karen, animals don't have feelings.
Really?
That's obviously a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a joke? That's what you think is a joke? I don't think that's a joke. Because a lot of people actually don't look at animals and see that they have feelings. At least you're acknowledging now, after your joke, that they do.
Because animals do have feelings, or else why would lovely peaches be roaming the earth?
What? Who is this person? Are you saying that this black person is an animal? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm giving you an X for that because in your presentation it must be clear what you're trying to say, and I don't know what that is. I just have a very uncomfortable feeling right now.
Right now. Now, who is that vegan teacher? Well, she's actually a teacher to begin with. Miss KD is a TikToker with 1.2 million followers and an animal rights.
You say 1.2, but then it says 1.6 here. So you got my age wrong, and then you got it right, and then you got this wrong, but then you're showing the right information. And I went up to 1.7 million, actually, in the end, but I guess at the time of this video, that's what it was. So, you know, we all make little mistakes like that. That's not the end of the world. What's wrong, Curtis, is when you deliberately distort the main messages that I'm giving, which is to be compassionate to animals.
Activist and a very strict vegan. She compares animal lives to humans and
a very strict vegan. I'm just somebody who doesn't want to hurt animals. There's nothing strict about that. It's a moral baseline. You know, do you believe in stealing, Curtis? Are you a very strict non-stealer? Like, what are you? I don't understand. I'm just somebody who doesn't want to hurt animals. That's it. It's just so simple. I don't want to steal things from them. When we steal their lives, it's not okay. When we steal their milk, or when we steal their eggs, when we steal their babies and kill them and turn them into veal in the dairy industry, that's what I'm against. There's nothing like crazy or strict about that. It's just basic kindness.
Validates people's trauma by comparing it to the killing of animals. Now, I didn't write that. That's literally the first thing that comes up on Google when you search her name. It's good to know what the World Wide Web thinks of her. So what comes up when you search Curtis?
It's good to know what the World Wide Web thinks. Okay, so you think that because a bunch of people think something that it's correct? That's not science. You need to actually look at my message and not just Google it and just get some random bunch of people who are trying to get famous off of my message. You know? Think of it. Millions of people feel guilty for eating animals. And so tons of them make statements. Millions of them have actually commented on my videos. And many people feel so guilty that they're like, I hate that vegan teacher. And people like you who put, daggers coming out of my eyes and make me look like a devil. They've even done things like pretended that my teeth are dirty, all kinds of things. I mean, they've pretended that I was in a restaurant and smeared feces everywhere, all this stuff, just because they feel guilty and they don't want to look in the mirror and change their ways because they're selfish and they think that their palate pleasure is more important than the animals. It's not, Curtis. What's more important is that we don't create a world that is so horrific and cruel to one another. And by one another, I include the animals in that. And you should too.
Price. A big willy, because, come on. No, seriously, so my mugshot comes up from when I was in prison. That's not true either. Listen.
Okay, these are just stupid things. I'm sorry, I'm putting another X here. I'm not sure what you're trying to prove there.
Curtis Price age. I'm 20 years old. What's my nationality? I'm British. I'm Welsh. I am a Welshman.
Okay.
Correct. I know you're thinking, we didn't do anything to sheep. Now, I have nothing against vegans. I want everyone to know that right now.
That's not true. You are literally, every time you eat animals in front of them, hurting their feelings, you are showing them that you have zero respect for them. This is bullshit. This is what everyone says.
Now, before we get into the video, I love vegans. In fact, I love everyone.
I don't think so. You're being quite cruel right now.
But there are some people, like the vegan teacher, who tries to force people to be vegan. And she claims she doesn't force people, but if you eat animals, you're technically the worst person alive.
Okay, so you're saying that I force people. And your example of that is because I say that you're the worst person alive. How is talking forcing anyone? Am I at your house, Curtis? Did I bang on your door and jump in there and grab tofu and shove it down your throat? I don't think so. I'm not forcing you. I was just on TikTok making my own videos, and you came into my space and decided to critique me for no reason except that you're feeling guilty. So, maybe you're getting a few clicks out of this.
According to her, you're a murderer in some sense. You are a killer, and
Yeah, you are. If you pay somebody to murder somebody, you are as responsible for that killing. What we need is a Bill of Rights for animals. And we need it to come to a point where if somebody murders an animal or tortures them, takes out their testicles without any anesthetic, without permission, without consent, or rapes them, and like they do with mother cows, people like you who pay for this, yeah, you should go to prison. It should be illegal to hurt animals in the same way it's illegal to hurt children. Animals should be protected in the same ways that children are, because they have the mental capacity and they have the innocence. And the more innocent someone is, the more we need to rally around and protect them, not make fun of them.
I honestly look like a killer to you. But she has indeed been stalking a YouTuber known as TommyInnit, which we will get into in a bit. What has she done recently?
That's a lie.
Well, she's been attacking gay people. That is what she has been doing recently.
I'm attacking. Okay, let's listen to the words of this song. LGBTQ, we support you. We support you. I'm sorry, Curtis, did that say we don't like you? Is that what it said? Because I hear the words support. Let's listen together.
LGBTQ, we support you.
We support you.
But if you don't like oppression,
If you don't like oppression,
why the f aren't you vegan yet?
why the fuck aren't you vegan yet? Simple question. So here's this woman saying, we support you, LGBTQ. We think it's fine. Come out of the closet. Be yourselves. Wear whatever you want. We support you. But by the way, while you're doing all that, don't go and tell everybody that you are so oppressed while you are stabbing an animal on your plate and shoving it into your mouth. Pretty easy to understand. Are you a member of that community, Curtis? Is that why you feel attacked? Look in the mirror and be kind from now on.
Right, okay. Well, that was interesting. So she's basically comparing the oppression that the LGBTQ community receives to the oppression that vegans receive. So if
I'm comparing in that case what's going on with the animals, actually, if you listen. That's my message. That if they feel oppressed, they should not oppress others. They should not oppress the animals.
you wonderful people don't like cruel treatment towards you, then I suggest you turn vegan. Otherwise, you are a cruel person as well.
I mean,
Yes.
I ate a steak once and I loved it. Does that make me a bad guy?
Absolutely, it does. Why would you do that? Why would you pay somebody to hurt a cow who never did one single thing wrong to you, Curtis? Of course it makes you a bad person.
It's just hilarious the way she just throws shade over, like,
Hilarious? Think it's funny?
everyone. Like, you can be transgender, you can be bisexual,
Right.
anything. She'll just throw shade over you because
Yes, I will. I will throw shade over you. I don't know what that expression is. That's something that you use, I guess. I will throw shade over anyone who hurts animals. Yeah, you're right. Good job. I'm going to give you a check mark for that. You got that right. You were listening. Good.
You're not vegan. She hates everybody.
Not everybody. I do not hate people who are part of the solution. Okay, so I'm going to give you an X for that. I absolutely don't hate everybody. I love people who are being kind, who are talking about the message that I'm giving, who are actually going to show the animals. Are you going to show any of what the animals go through? Are you going to show parts of the documentaries that I've explained that people should watch, Curtis? Dominion Movement, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, that's out right now. Are you going to be talking about these in your presentation? I sure hope so, because right now I don't see anything about the animals and their suffering.
Who eats animals, no matter what you are. It'd be a fucking head job for all I care. But the thing is here, ladies and gentlemen, before we do get into talking about the stalking, I can see why this might anger a lot of vegans in the community. First of all, let's look at the loudest vegan activist right now.
Don't like oppression. Why the fuck are you vegan yet?
Oh my god, it's him.
Oh my god, it's him.
It's this 50-year-old woman. As a person who is not vegan and would look at a vegan for the first time, this creates a picture of
56. And this creates a picture of a grandmother who's speaking out on behalf of the animals and protecting the planet. It's an excellent image. The only problem is that people like you distort my image. My image itself is wonderful. It is telling people to be kind. It is reminding them to be morally consistent in line with their own morals and their own religions, which tells them the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do to you. Okay, Curtis?
what vegans are like. And you know what? Vegans aren't like this. Couldn't be further from the truth.
Actually, that's not true. All vegans speak out on behalf of the animals. And that's what being vegan means. Being vegan isn't just sitting in the corner and eating plants. Being vegan is about protecting the animals. Go research the Vegan Society definition. That's what being vegan is about.
Being vegan is a personal choice. And those people who are vegan don't really try and turn other people vegan.
Yes, they do.
With
You're wrong.
all, like, drama and harassing on the internet. If that.
Yes, they do. That is a vegan's job. A vegan's job is to speak out on behalf of the animals and make people feel uncomfortable when they are eating dead animals at the table. That's a vegan's job. In the same way that if your family member was dead on the table, it would be everyone's job to make people feel uncomfortable for eating them. Okay? Got it? Babies are not food. Baby animals are not food. Chickens are killed at 7 weeks of age, sometimes 6. Pigs are killed at 6 months old. It is all of our job to speak out and to protect these innocent animals. Baby cows are stolen, kidnapped from their mothers so that humans like you can steal their milk. It is everyone's job to say that that's not okay. And vegans who stay silent in the corner are not real vegans at all. They aren't. They are people who eat plants, and they're cowards.
That's what you want to call it. My uncle doesn't eat animals, but he eats people instead. Does that make him a bad guy?
Oh,
I do
so
understand.
funny. So funny.
And she's trying to encourage more people to be vegan. But honestly, watching these videos makes me not want to be that way.
Okay, so you're one of those. Okay, so if I was defending the rights of black people, you would say, ooh, that person there, because I don't like her, I'm just going to keep being even more mean to black people, right? And if somebody's defending the LGBTQ community, you're going to say, ew, just because I don't like the way that she's saying that, I'm going to be meaner to people of the LGBTQ community. Is that right? What a ridiculous thing to say, Curtis. That makes no sense. Absolute zero logic for that. You're getting another X. You know why, Curtis? I can't even count how many thousands of people have said the same thing. Have you ever looked at critical thinking? Have you ever studied it? Learn how to think for yourself and not just repeat the same bullshit that everybody else says?
You know what? There's only one way to settle this dilemma. That vegan teacher and Amberlynn Reid. Cage match. But as I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, she has been stalking a YouTuber known as TommyInnit. And I say the word stalking with not too much weight behind it, but TommyInnit is a YouTuber who caters to younger children/teenagers, who plays games such as Minecraft. Well, that's about it, really. Yeah. But people find him entertaining, and he bangs over 5 million views a video. Okay, I'm jealous. Oh, and he's 16 also. Fuck me. No, I didn't. But hey, listen, that's enough of that. That vegan teacher has made quite a handful of duets with TommyInnit. At Tommy. No literal duets, like a one-way conversation kind of thing. Hold up, everyone. Pee break.
A few 15-second videos encouraging him, when he made a video, to tell him to eat his veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. When he was saying that he was looking, he was talking about where are the women, I was saying, hey, go find yourself a vegan girlfriend. This is basically what I'm doing. I don't know what your problem is with that. And to me, somebody who's in college is 18 years old, not 16, but that's irrelevant. I talk to everybody. I'm a teacher. I have students who are 5 years old all the way to 95. So I'm not sure what the problem is.
I'm back. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Yeah, whatever.
I'm at college and
Okay, I don't know
surrounded by women.
what that was about.
Don't be scared, Tommy. Just follow that meat teacher, Miss Tofu. She'll help you find a nice vegan girl who will
Yes.
teach you what to do.
Good. Thank you for showing that. That's exactly what happened. I encouraged him to follow that meat teacher, who is another version of me, who is a character that I played, because she's a teacher. And I told Tommy to go and see her because she could help him to deal with women if he has trouble. And what her advice would be is eat lots of veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, make big salads and serve them to her. Yeah. Eat avocado toast. Right? I think it's a good message.
That is extremely, extremely scary.
Saying that to a 16-year-old child?
56-year-old woman.
Okay, 16 years old. They are children. Is that right? Okay. Okay. Let's put an X for that, because if you think it's scary for a teacher to talk to a 16-year-old, I don't know. I don't actually know what to say to that. It's just weird.
I'm trying to set up a 16-year-old child with a vegan girl.
That's fine.
That sounds so good in the newspapers, doesn't it? No,
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with somebody encouraging him to have a vegan friend who is female? Is it the vegan part? Or you want boys to just only have friends that are boys? Like, what is the problem with the message exactly?
I actually drew a diagram of what's going to happen if she continues to try and communicate with a 16-year-old boy over TikTok. Interested? Call me Picasso, but so this is that vegan teacher. She's getting banned here from TikTok because she's been communicating with underage people on it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with communicating with people. People do it all the time. And there is no way to know how old somebody is. TikTok is an app exactly for that, where people interact with each other. There's a feature called duets. Children are constantly interacting with me, and occasionally I interact with them.
And harassing them and stalking them and talking about their schools and stuff. Yeah, so that's her.
Yeah, there's no
she's sad.
stalking.
And then this is me escorting her to McDonald's for a personal.
What the hell's going on here? Okay. This is you escorting me. So this is you with your big penis, and this is me with a sad face. So why would you deliberately try to escort somebody who's vegan to McDonald's? This gets an X. Strange.
A conversation. That is to scale, by the way.
Of course. Look at the ads that I'm getting. Very disappointing. Dead animals right there. So sad.
Responded to this TikTok, and they were duetting her TikTok. And apparently she was trying to encourage him to become vegan. All I could think about was boobs.
Okay, so let's have a look at what you put here. Let's just look again. I have a feeling.
That is to scale, by the way. But lots of Tommy's fans actually responded to this TikTok, and they were duetting her TikTok. And apparently she was
Okay, So yes, I was trying to get him to eat this. Look at this. Edamame beans. This looks like some quinoa. I have some tomatoes and broccoli. These are all excellent foods. So thank you for putting this in your video. Very good. Salad bar, excellent. Stay away from all meat products, all dairy products, and all eggs. So just before we continue, I would like to make sure that you understand exactly what it is that you are promoting here, Mr. Curtis. When you are telling people that there's something wrong with me, when all I'm doing is promoting healthy eating and to be kind to animals, I'm not sure if you know what goes on in the dairy industry, but let's have a look.
Okay guys, so since everyone's so busy these days, I'm gonna explain to you how the dairy industry works in 5 minutes. Like other female mammals, cows only lactate, or produce milk, when they're pregnant or have a newborn to feed. So the dairy industry inseminates or impregnates cows starting at the age of around 12 months over and over and over again so they keep making milk. And it's a rather routine process. You see, first the industry jacks off a bunch of bulls. Sometimes.
So Curtis, I think you're okay with this, right? Because you're not saying that vegan teacher's right. You're saying that this is right. And that's fucked up, Curtis. That's what happens in the industry. Sexual manipulation of animals against their will.
Sometimes using a hand, or help from an electro-ejaculator, which is basically a giant cow dildo that goes into the anus of the bull until he blows. And that semen is collected and then inserted into the vagina of a female cow with a long tube, usually while she's confined in what the industry calls a rape rack. And
a rape rack. Did you see that? Let's try and show that.
While she's confined in what the industry calls a rape rack.
So this is what happens. They take all these female cows and they line them up and they forcefully impregnate them against their will. There's no consent here. And then they steal their babies. This is what Curtis thinks is okay. And afterwards, when they have had enough of these, when the mother cows are so tired and exhausted from this consistent abuse of having their milk taken away, this absolutely heartbreaking situation that they're in, they murder them. And this is something that Curtis seems to think is okay. But there's nothing okay with it. The meat, dairy, and egg industries have lied to you for years and years and years. And here is Erin explaining it in this video. I highly encourage you to watch this. This is where she's talking about what goes on.
I mean, the dairy industry has wormed their way into education systems, nutritional programs, and media to convince us that we need to drink milk. But when you're in school learning about how good milk is for you, that's not because there was a panel of people who care about your health that determined that. That's because the dairy industry paid lots of money for you and your children to hear that message in school, and on TV, and on billboards, and magazines, and for your doctors who don't have to take more than a few hours of a nutrition course to tell you to drink your milk.
Doctors have no idea what they're talking about. They even admit it. Vegan doctors who are now vegan because they actually did their own research realized that what they were learning was absolutely false. And now, when they know the truth, how they were manipulated by these industries, they are telling their patients the truth. Just like in the olden days, doctors used to smoke and used to tell their patients to smoke. How insane is that? Now, the best doctors are vegan, and the best doctors are telling their patients not to eat eggs, not to drink milk, not to eat cheese, and not to eat meat. So, find yourself a healthy vegan doctor, Curtis.
You see, rhino milk is for baby rhinos. Dog's milk is for baby dogs. Cat's milk for baby cats. Rat milk is for baby rats. And cow's milk is for humans.
Curtis, do you agree with this? Do you think that this is normal? Look at this. That's messed up. It's absolutely disgusting. So, thank you everybody for listening. It appears that, unfortunately, Curtis has failed his presentation. He is, of course, able to redo it if he wants to. Curtis, here's your grade. If you want to redo it, you are certainly welcome to. I'm not going to watch the rest of your presentation because it's just clear that you're really on the wrong track here. So let's hope that you will redo it in the future. And I hope that everybody is enjoying watching my new TikTok account. You can always know what it is because I will be posting it here in the comments what the latest one is. And right now it's still open and it's called 57 Raisins. 57 Raisins. But by the time you see this video in the future, that account might be down. But right now, that's where you can find me. So thank you so much for watching. Remember everybody that cow's milk is for baby cows. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, and we will be learning a lot about how to be a kind person in this world. And speaking about kindness, give yourself a hug, because you are the only one who is consistently there in your life. Hold tight, squeeze tight. People come and go in our lives, but you are the consistent one. When you walk past a mirror, smile. When you walk past a mirror, give yourself a little wink. Love yourself. Think about the 5-year-old you that's beside you right now in your imagination, and be kind to that little 5-year-old you. You were born innocent. You were born vegan until your parents put dead animals inside of you without your consent. And that can all change. Parents who are watching, go and Google. There's many vegan sites that you can go to. You can go to howdoigovegan.com. You can find vegan groups all over Facebook with parents that will support you. There are so many of them. Just type in vegan families. You can type in vegan babies, all kinds of things. Many, many groups that will support you and give you proper advice. Don't forget, everybody, to watch the movie, the documentary Seaspiracy. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's That Vegan Teacher, Miss Katie, Kadie, on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next video. Do 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 do.